Welcome to Shaken and Stirred. My name is Gal Oppenheimer and I'm excited to teach you how to make 2 cocktails. Before that, I just want to give a quick shout out to my favorite Contentstack shirts. This is actually the first Contentstack branded shirt we had for an event a few years ago where we showcased connected cars and all kinds of other stuff powered by our platform. Today we are going to make 2 cocktails. You may have seen some photos going around Instagram over the last couple months. It's the Baby Yoda cocktail. The second is going to be sort of a twist on the classic espresso martini. We're going to give a twist to it with caramelized bananas and make it a banana espresso martini. So I know last time I talked about how I don't have any special glassware, and then the Baby Yoda cocktail came out, so now I have some awesome cute little glassware which we're going to use today. And the first thing we want to do is we want to cool down our glasses, grab some ice, and then fill it with water just like we did last time. We're gonna have a gin-based cocktail, primarily flavored with lime, kiwi, and a couple other things. For 2 ounces of dry gin. We're then gonna follow up with a 3/4 ounce of lime, so about half a lime, sometimes a little bit more. And we're gonna also do a 3/4 ounce of simple syrup. Instead of using normal simple syrup, I'm using a infused mint syrup. Just like last time, I took the simple syrup, boiled a 1-to-1 ratio, water to sugar. Once it was fully mixed in this time, what I did is I threw in a bunch of mint, let it sit anywhere from 20 minutes to a couple of hours, whatever you want. So we'll put in 3/4 ounce of that. Now we're gonna need half a kiwi. So we're gonna break that into little small chunks. Let me grab my handy muddler and we'll muddle this down. This cocktail took me a couple tries to get like a good, really flavor to it. Some of my secret ingredients to get it there beyond just what I added right now. Add a little bit of blood orange bitters. I think any sort of orange bitters just for the citrus would work, so just add a dash. And then a little bit of Saint Germain, so I'll add a 1/4 ounce of Saint Germain. Elderflower liqueur, picked in the spring each year. It's very, very yummy. Adds like a nice sort of sweetness to your cocktails as well. We'll drop that in there. Now let's add our ice. So this one you want to shake for at least 30 seconds to make sure it really mixes it well as I like to dilute a little bit of the liquid just to give it a softer strength. And so before I pour it in, what I do is I want to actually add Yoda's cape. I have a piece of, honestly, paper bag. You can use burlap officially is what a lot of people recommend, but I didn't have any burlap. So wrap it around, perfect. So now you can see right over here, makes it look like Yoda has a little cape. And so because I muddled kiwi similar to last time where we muddled in the mint and the cucumber, we want to strain it, make sure to reduce all the liquid. There, it's perfect. Okay, and now we need to give Yoda some eyes. Let's add blueberries. You can do blueberries. If you have cocktail cherries, you can do cocktail cherries. Really whatever you want that's nice, small, looks a little bit like eyes. Then we want to give Yoda some ears. And we'll place those right on here. Cool. And there we have it. We have our Baby Yoda cocktail. Let's try it out. Awesome, tastes great. And if you are looking to make a virgin cocktail, I think this is actually really good for virgin. I would put in a little bit more kiwi and maybe muddle in a little bit more mint. And you can use just sparkling water or ginger beer. When you pour it out afterwards is when you would pour it in to top it off. And there we have it. Awesome, I just want one more sip for sure, it's really yummy. For our next drink, we're gonna make a banana espresso martini. So I think, especially when you're making cocktails at home, especially if you have guests, presentation is really important. There's always little ways you can do to make your presentation look better. So for example, adding just these nice toothpicks with some fruit on it, olives, gives people something to munch with, play with, adds the presentation. In this case, I've always, remember as a kid, I loved taking banana, sprinkling a little sugar on it, or having creme brulee and all these things. So I figured let's try it at home. So take your banana and slice as long of a slice as you can. We're gonna make 2 of them just for fun, so I just need to munch on it a little bit. And then what you wanna do is you want to grab a plate that is heat proof, so don't do it on your cutting board directly. We're gonna skewer this through here. And this other one is just gonna be for fun, so no need to skewer it. We are gonna put a bunch of sugar on it. You really wanna be very heavy-handed in the sugar. Okay, now, so if you don't have a torch, you probably don't. I didn't until I was working on this cocktail. They're really, really easy to find. They're like 10 bucks on Amazon. So, and so you can also adjust the strength. So I have this on about 2/3 strength. And now we just go here and we just slowly keep going back and forth. You'll see the sugar is starting to melt and caramelize. So you want to work all over it evenly so it all gets a lot of color. You of course want to be careful of your toothpick because your toothpick won't caramelize, it'll burn. We're starting to get some great color. You can see there's a little bit of burning on the side of the banana where I did not put any sugar, so just be careful not to roast that too much. Perfect. And if you're not doing this on video, I do highly recommend doing it under your exhaust on your stove top just to get any smell away. Otherwise, your whole apartment will smell caramelized like mine does right now, which I personally love, but my boyfriend does not. So we have this ready. You can see I even had a little bit of the goo scoop off. As this will be perfect and ready to go. Now let's go on to our cocktails. Let's grab our big shaker. We're gonna put in some of this banana, chopping it up into smaller pieces. Use about sort of maybe a quarter to a third of a banana. Depends how strong you want the flavor to be. And then to save time, I made my espresso ahead of time, let it cool a little bit, but you want an ounce of espresso. This one is gonna be vodka based. We want 2 ounces of vodka. And then we want a ½ ounce of coffee liqueur. I use Kahlua, so we're gonna do ½ ounce of that. And we're gonna do ½ ounce of simple syrup. And this is one of those things like you can bounce around. Today we're flavoring this with banana. You can probably flavor this with something caramelized or something mint-based, sort of whatever your favorite flavors are, whatever you like mixing in, hazelnut. You can get really creative there. Thought of actually bruleeing and chopping up some toasted hazelnuts, but I decided to keep it a little bit simple. In a traditional espresso martini, you will garnish it with coffee beans. In this case, because we're putting the banana, I decided to skip the coffee beans. So we're gonna also do a ½ ounce of simple syrup. Now let's grab our muddler, really break it down. Perfect. And then let's grab the ice and shake it. This one doesn't need to be shaken as long. I'd recommend at least 15 seconds. So you'll see this one fizzed up a lot. Here's a view inside, you can see it fizzed up. If I didn't put banana in, it'd be okay to just strain it directly, but because I have banana, I'm gonna use this. And then pour it in. See, it's very foamy. So I'm gonna use the spoon just to help, because it's so thick, just to help it strain through. So the reason you want this, you don't want chunks or slime of any banana going in. You wanna really just get all the liquid, or any chunks of ice as well. Okay, there we have it. Now let's drop in our caramelized banana right in there. Cool, and there we have it. So cheers, thank you guys for joining me today. It tastes amazing. So yeah, this is great. Don't make this obviously at 10 p.m. if you want to go to sleep. There's a full ounce of espresso in it. A really good soothing alcohol, one of my favorites to do, especially if I need to stay awake if it's the beginning of a long night. Thanks, and see you guys soon.